Hello, dear Taurus. I came into this video fully prepared to share guidance, insight, and the messages surrounding your energy around May 13, 2026. I truly hope life has been treating you gently lately. Thank you for being here, for every like, every thoughtful comment, and for subscribing. Your presence here genuinely means something, so stay with me through this message, because if you found your way here today, there may be a reason your spirit needed these words right now. Never forget that your life remains in your own hands, and the choices ahead belong to you. At the same time, remember that these messages are collective, so take only what genuinely speaks to your situation and leave behind what does not. We're about to explore the energies surrounding your love life, finances, health, family, and personal direction. First, there's an important reminder for today. Misunderstandings may surface more easily than usual, so choose your words carefully and leave space for other perspectives instead of assuming you already hold the full truth. The energy surrounding this period asks you to welcome change with a clearer mind and steadier heart. The Death card appears here not as destruction, but as the closing of a season that has already run its course, opening space for something far more aligned with the person you are becoming. Alongside the Lover's card, this shift reaches deeply into your relationships, including the one you have with yourself. Whether you are releasing an old attachment or reevaluating what truly matters to you, the message is to stop viewing the past as wasted time and begin seeing it as soil that helped shape your growth. What strengthened you? What are you finally ready to carry forward instead? Some of the heaviness you may feel now connects to the energy of the Ten of Swords and the Nine of Wands. These cards reflect the exhaustion that comes from carrying responsibilities, emotions, or expectations long after they have stopped nourishing you. This could involve work, love, or even a goal you once believed would fix everything. Ask yourself honestly whether the energy you continue pouring into certain situations still matches what you are receiving in return. Life is quietly encouraging you to rethink what obligation means and to turn your focus toward choices that create freedom rather than pressure. The King of Pentacles beside the Ten of Pentacles suggests that stability begins growing when intention meets practical action. This is where an unexpected stroke of luck slowly begins to take shape, not through fantasy, but through grounded decisions that reconnect you with your own value. The Eight of Cups and the Two of Wands also point toward necessary decisions. Delaying choices out of fear or uncertainty may postpone opportunities that are already trying to enter your life. Even imperfect movement creates momentum, and momentum is something that has been missing for too long. Give yourself moments of stillness when your thoughts become too loud, because clarity can restore your confidence faster than force ever will. Small victories matter more than you realize right now, because they are quietly building the foundation beneath a much larger future. The Queen of Wands reminds you that gratitude naturally expands what already exists. When your attention shifts toward what is already steady, supportive, and alive in your world, abundance begins responding differently to you. The High Priestess reinforces the value of discipline and consistent effort. A few focused steps each day, whether toward a career change, financial improvement, or a meaningful personal project, are like seeds finally finding healthy ground after a long season of waiting. The Seven of Swords and the Four of Swords reveal lingering mental and financial fears that may still be shaping your decisions. Some of these thoughts no longer belong to the version of you emerging now. Different choices create different outcomes, and you are beginning to recognize that more clearly. Write your intentions down, speak them aloud. Let your actions start aligning with the future you keep imagining, because your energy responds to what you repeatedly reinforce. The care you offer others and the care you allow yourself to receive remain one of your strongest sources of power. Even small gestures, a kind word, support offered at the right moment, or simple generosity can ripple outward in ways you may not immediately see and eventually return to you multiplied. Picture yourself as a small flame glowing inside a darkened room. Even the gentlest light has the power to soften shadows that once seemed impossible to escape. The universe is moving beside you more than you realize right now. And this season asks you to move forward with trust, gratitude, and steady confidence, because something meaningful is taking shape little by little, one careful step at a time. Before we continue, don't forget to leave a like, because your support truly helps these messages continue reaching the people who need them most. Your lucky numbers for today are 61 and 94, so pay attention to moments where they appear naturally throughout the day. If you have the opportunity to use them in any meaningful way, take advantage of it, because this energy is strongest around May 13, 2026. Your lucky color is red, and even the smallest touch of it, whether in your clothes or an accessory, may help strengthen your confidence, attract grounded luck, and keep your energy aligned. Right now, you may be realizing that simply knowing you are on the right path is not enough if distractions continue pulling your focus away from what matters most. Part of you has grown a little too comfortable with waiting, hoping that time alone will eventually organize everything for you. But this phase calls for more discipline, more intention, and a stronger commitment to the future you keep envisioning for yourself. Small habits, even the ones that seem harmless, can slowly blur your judgment if they continue stealing your energy away from what truly deserves your attention. Enjoyment and peace are important, but lasting fulfillment is built through consistency and effort. The life you want grows from the choices you repeat daily, especially during moments when motivation feels distant. As stability slowly returns to your inner world, you will begin noticing movement in other areas too, including finances, confidence, and long-term security. The work you have quietly carried for months now is beginning to push through the surface like roots finally finding fertile ground after a difficult season. There is also a different quality surrounding your energy lately, something calmer, sharper, and more self-respecting. It is not coldness. It is the quiet realization that you no longer need to overextend yourself just to keep peace, prove loyalty, or hold fragile situations together. You have started remembering your value again, and that shift changes the way you move through the world. It feels less like chasing approval and more like finally standing on solid earth after wandering too long through uncertainty. You understand loyalty because you have lived it with your whole heart. You understand devotion because you have poured it into people, relationships, and dreams that mattered deeply to you. But now you also recognize the emptiness that forms when that same care is never returned with equal sincerity. That awareness has reshaped something important inside you, and it is part of why this unexpected stroke of luck carries deeper meaning now than it would have before. The energy surrounding this period invites you to leave behind lingering emotional heaviness and step into a clearer, more grounded chapter of renewal. Your instincts feel stronger now, guiding you to release old pain while remaining open to new possibilities in love, work, and personal growth. The universe seems to be reminding you that the struggles you survived were not meaningless. They strengthened your resilience, sharpened your discernment, and prepared you to move forward with greater confidence than before. The Three of Swords reflects the emotional pain you have endured, Taurus, whether through betrayal, grief, disappointment, or periods of deep emotional exhaustion that left you questioning your strength. As someone who values loyalty and stability, these wounds often stayed with you longer than you admitted, encouraging you to hold tightly to familiar situations even after they stopped nurturing you. Yet this card also reminds you that you have already survived the hardest part of the storm. The pain taught you where your boundaries needed to grow and why protecting your peace matters just as much as protecting the people you love. Allow yourself to acknowledge what still hurts, without allowing it to define the future ahead of you. Healing begins the moment you stop seeing yourself only through the lens of what wounded you. The Death card here does not point toward literal endings, but toward necessary transformation and the release of cycles that no longer support the life you are trying to build. Old attachments, draining habits, and stagnant situations are losing their hold because a wiser version of you is beginning to emerge from everything you have survived. This phase is asking you to respect what has already ended and trust that clearing space now allows something stronger and more alive to enter your life. You are no longer operating from pure survival mode. Little by little, you are becoming someone who understands that peace sometimes requires release, distance, and difficult choices made with intention. What once drained you is beginning to lose its grip, and that shift is opening the door to a quieter kind of luck that feels earned rather than accidental. The Chariot brings powerful momentum into this period and asks you to take firmer control over the direction of your life. Taurus can sometimes stay attached to familiar routines or emotional patterns longer than necessary, especially when stability feels uncertain. But now your determination is finally aligning with movement. Whether this energy touches your career, personal goals, financial direction, or emotional healing, the message is clear. Stop standing at the edge of the road, wondering if success is possible, and begin moving toward it with confidence. Real victory comes when instinct and focused action begin working together instead of against each other. This card also reminds you that the setbacks behind you do not have the authority to define where you are going next. If you remain consistent and refuse to let old disappointments pull you backward, progress becomes unavoidable. The Six of Cups brings memories, familiar faces, or emotional reflections back into focus today. These moments may reconnect you with a softer version of yourself, one that still remembers warmth, trust, loyalty, and the comfort of feeling emotionally safe in someone's presence. There may be conversations, reunions, or small gestures that remind you how deeply meaningful, genuine connection can be. At the same time, these reflections are not here to trap you inside the past. They are here to help you understand what truly deserves a place in your future and what no longer aligns with the life you are trying to build. Emotional clarity arrives when you stop treating old memories like a place to live and begin seeing them as lessons that helped shape your values. Patience remains one of your strongest advantages right now, especially when it comes to long-term goals involving work, relationships, or personal growth. You may feel frustrated by how slowly some things seem to be unfolding, yet this energy suggests that your efforts are already beginning to root beneath the surface. Like a field quietly preparing for harvest, progress is happening in ways you cannot fully measure yet. Take time to notice what is thriving and what still needs adjustment, because small corrections now can create lasting rewards later. Your dedication has not been wasted, even during moments when nothing appeared to move. Trust the timing of what you are building and allow yourself to recognize the smaller milestones instead of only chasing the final result. The Queen of Cups highlights emotional wisdom, compassion, and the ability to nurture others without losing yourself in the process. Her presence encourages you to offer yourself the same patience, softness, and understanding that you so naturally extend toward everyone else around you. In love, especially, vulnerability becomes a bridge toward more authentic connection rather than a weakness to hide. If you have been feeling emotionally depleted, overlooked, or undervalued, this is the moment to begin restoring balance through healthier boundaries and honest communication about your needs. You deserve relationships where care flows in both directions instead of resting entirely on your shoulders. The Queen of Cups gently reminds you that your worth does not decrease simply because others failed to recognize it properly. The Ten of Cups carries the promise of emotional harmony, shared joy, and a deeper sense of belonging within your closest relationships. After periods of uncertainty or emotional heaviness, this card points toward healing, celebration, and the possibility of rebuilding stronger emotional foundations. A peaceful home life, supportive connections, and the feeling of being emotionally understood no longer feel as distant as they once did. Allow yourself to fully receive moments of closeness, and remember that abundance also exists in the people who genuinely show up for you. When it comes to your health, stress may have been weighing on your body more heavily than you realize. Repetitive thoughts, emotional tension, and unresolved anxiety can slowly manifest physically through exhaustion, digestive issues, restless sleep, or sensitivity throughout the body. This happens to everyone at times, especially during seasons where emotions remain buried for too long. You cannot continue letting fear, pressure, or emotional overload quietly control the pace of your daily life. If you feel your body asking for attention, listen to it seriously and seek support when necessary. Taking care of your physical health matters, but your emotional environment matters just as much because the two are deeply connected. Constant conflict, toxic surroundings, or living under pressure for extended periods eventually drains even the strongest person. Your body absorbs stress the same way dry earth absorbs rain, slowly carrying the weight of everything left unprocessed. Start placing your own well-being back at the center of your priorities. Small changes in your routine, your sleep, your eating habits, your breathing, or the amount of outside noise you allow into your space can gradually restore balance again. Your health responds to consistency, just like every other area of your life does. In your professional world, success will not appear overnight, especially if every setback convinces you to stop before the results have time to mature. The real breakthrough comes through consistency, daily discipline, and the quiet promises you continue making to yourself even when results still feel far away. Not every important transformation reveals itself immediately, and that does not mean your efforts are failing. You cannot walk away from a goal, a project, or a vision simply because the harvest has not appeared yet. If something needs adjustment, then refine your approach, but do not confuse temporary frustration with a sign to quit altogether. Truthfully, giving up has never fully matched your nature anyway, not even after repeated setbacks. You already carry the strength, talent, and endurance needed to keep moving forward. Although sometimes you allow doubt or excuses to slow your momentum more than necessary. This happens to everyone from time to time. Around May 13th, 2026, Jupiter's influence may tempt you to justify delays or settle for situations that no longer satisfy your deeper needs. But this energy also offers clarity. If something no longer supports your peace, growth, or sense of stability, you are being encouraged to release it rather than continue carrying it out of habit alone. Real maturity often reveals itself through knowing when to remain committed and when to change direction entirely. You are the one steering your life now, and no one else can choose the path for you. If your professional situation still feels uncertain, or your income has not yet reached the level you want, do not allow that reality to convince you that your future is limited. New opportunities continue opening through technology, changing industries, and evolving ways of working, especially for those willing to keep learning and adapting instead of remaining stuck in old patterns. Expand your perspective. Research what interests you. Build new skills instead of settling for what merely feels familiar. One of the most damaging things you can do right now is remain motionless while waiting for life to rearrange itself without your participation. Change always begins within the person willing to move first, even if the first step feels small. Growth has many forms, and you have already witnessed how resilience can survive even in harsh conditions, the same way grass eventually breaks through cracked concrete after enough time and persistence. Your creativity, practical instincts and hidden talents still hold the power to guide you out of situations that once felt stagnant. Financially, Taurus, the energy around you is beginning to shift in a more supportive direction. After periods marked by pressure, scarcity, or uncertainty, signs of improvement are finally beginning to appear. An unexpected stroke of luck may arrive through delayed payments, a valuable opportunity, or a professional path that begins opening at exactly the right moment. This chapter feels like the point where long-term effort finally starts producing visible results. Your careful approach toward money and security has protected you more than you sometimes realize, and now that same patience may help you build something even stronger. Trust that thoughtful planning will strengthen these opportunities instead of slowing them down. Luck is not only about dramatic windfalls. Sometimes it arrives quietly through stable offers, aligned partnerships, or investments that mature steadily over time. Allow yourself to recognize these openings as proof that your persistence has not been wasted. Avoid reacting impulsively out of old fears connected to loss or instability. Instead, direct your energy toward building lasting security and a future that genuinely supports your well-being. Small but intentional actions taken now can create long-term prosperity later, especially when they are rooted in clarity rather than desperation. The universe seems to be encouraging calculated risks that feel aligned with your instincts rather than reckless leaps driven by fear. Real abundance begins flowing more naturally once you stop making decisions from the mindset of past deprivation. Your luck is gradually rising, and opportunities connected to money, career growth, or material stability may begin moving faster than expected after long periods of resistance. This is not random. It reflects the slow turning of energy that has been building beneath the surface for quite some time. When it comes to love, however, an important emotional situation requires your attention. Some of you may still be emotionally attached to someone whose feelings no longer match the depth of your own. This message is not directed towards stable and healthy committed relationships, but for others, accepting this truth sooner rather than later may save you from prolonged disappointment. Difficult as it may feel, clarity often protects your peace more than denial ever will. For those already in supportive relationships, Venus brings warmer connection and deeper understanding during this period. Small differences between you may begin fitting together more naturally, allowing both of you to support each other from perspectives that complement rather than divide. If your relationship has felt unstable and both of you have been pretending the tension does not exist, this energy asks for honesty now. Avoiding the conversation will only stretch the discomfort further over time. This does not need to become a battle filled with blame or accusations. Instead, it is about creating space for truth, mutual understanding, and calmer decisions that reflect the emotional maturity you are developing now. Lay everything on the table with sincerity and listen as carefully as you speak. If you continue postponing necessary conversations, the emotional weight of the situation will slowly become more exhausting than the truth itself. Whether your relationship feels stable or emotionally strained right now, this period encourages honesty, unity, and healing. Around May 13, 2026, conversations that once felt difficult may finally open the door to understanding if both people approach each other with patience and sincerity. Sometimes, unexpected luck arrives through emotional clarity that brings two people back onto common ground instead of further apart. If you are single, be mindful of connections that feel uncertain or emotionally inconsistent. Someone may appear charming while still hiding important truths, lacking commitment, or remaining tied to another situation entirely. Relationships built on confusion or manipulation rarely create lasting peace, no matter how strong the attraction feels at first. Take your time, observe carefully, and allow trust to grow naturally instead of rushing toward emotional certainty. Family and friendships carry especially supportive energy during this phase, Taurus. Shared moments, meaningful conversations, or small reunions may restore warmth and closeness after periods of emotional distance. The care and loyalty you have consistently offered others are beginning to return more evenly now, creating stronger emotional balance within your closest relationships. Your calm support continues to strengthen the people around you, even when they do not always say it directly. If tension still lingers within certain dynamics, gentle communication may heal more than silence ever could. Stability slowly returns to your emotional environment, reminding you that supportive relationships are part of the security you have worked hard to build. Your energy remains strong, even if moments of exhaustion still appear from time to time. Rest is not weakness, and allowing yourself to pause occasionally will help you return with clearer focus and stronger determination. Discipline remains one of your greatest strengths right now. Once you commit to something meaningful, your persistence becomes difficult to stop. Keep moving steadily toward your goals without allowing emotional distractions or unhealthy relationships to interfere with your bigger vision. If a dream, project, or ambition still matters deeply to you, do not abandon it simply because progress feels slow. Be selective about the people surrounding you as well, because constant negativity, jealousy, or emotional chaos can quietly drain your confidence over time. Stay close to those who encourage growth, respect your efforts, and genuinely celebrate success. For students especially, this is a period that rewards concentration, consistency, and perseverance. The effort you continue investing now may create important opportunities later. In terms of compatibility, Pisces brings emotional understanding and clarity where confusion once existed. Capricorn offers grounded advice and steady support that can help restore your confidence and direction. Sagittarius opens the door to meaningful opportunities, hopeful conversations, or encounters that remind you life still responds when you continue believing in your path. Dear Taurus, this message is here to help you move through this season with greater awareness and stronger choices. Thank you for being here, for your support, your thoughtful comments, and your energy. If this video resonated with you, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you do not miss future messages. I hope this period brings you emotional clarity, steady growth, and the kind of unexpected luck that appears after long seasons of persistence.